Everybody, Dave Laird here with DCS, and I'm here to talk about appendix carry and the draw. So I'm still working on removing some of this meat, okay? So now that I got more time on my hands, Jim. So anyway, I've been carrying appendix for a while now, and the main reason is not so much comfort. For me being a larger sized guy with a little bit of fluff from the wife who feeds me lots of pasta, appendix is not the most comfortable. Finding the right holster to make it comfortable is pretty tough. So you're just gonna have to try things out. I think G-Code makes a really awesome appendix carry holster. I use LAG Tactical for all of my holsters. And it's a matter of setting it up properly and just getting it fit right. So I tend to wear it a little higher so that it stays out of my pelvic region, if you will. And I mean, a lot of this is gonna play on your pants and your belt height and where you wear it in relation to what. I mean, because if I carry this up even higher on my belt line, then this isn't uncomfortable at all. But I tend to ride a little low on my hips, and so this digs a little. So you got to get that figured out first for whatever gun it is that you're going to carry. All right, primary reason now we want to talk about appendix is the draw stroke. Okay, so earlier I talked about on a regular draw stroke that elbow kicks out, and we want to try and get perfectly on the gun. So it doesn't work well for our body mechanics. But you notice my hands at rest here, if I just slide them up and down my body, this is a natural movement, okay? So my hands are just coming straight up and they're naturally moving right out. So this inevitably is gonna make the draw stroke so much faster, okay? Now, some things to pay attention to is when I am drawing, is I wanna get the muzzle pointed outward as fast as possible. I don't want this pointed in towards me. I want this muzzle pointed outward as quickly as possible. I want the support hand to come into place, pinning our fingers, thumb, and you notice I'm almost rocking out and driving up and getting on target, okay? Same thing when you're going back in, is we don't want to rush this, we want to take our time. And so for those of us with a little fluff, you may want to push this in a little bit, but we never want the muzzle to sweep our hand, okay? So something to think about is using a technique or procedure that keeps the hand behind the muzzle as we keep it pointed outward and slowly press it in until we get a click. So I'm not jamming it back into the holster. So at no time should you ever just jam a gun into a holster. Slowly press it in, listen for the click. And for any reason, if you find any binding or anything like that, come out, look down with your support hand, fix what you need to fix, and then again, take your time putting it back in. So the actual draw stroke only has about 3 seconds of movement versus the 5 that we talked about last video, okay? So again, it starts the same. We have our initial grip, and I'm raising my palm. So this is no different than me raising my shirt to get it out of the way for concealment later. So this comes up to our chest. We rock this firearm out. We then get our support hand grip, fingers underneath the trigger guard, and as we press forward, we finish building the grip and press the trigger. But notice that we don't have the rocking that has to go on as we're driving forward, okay, with the previous draw stroke. So from the ready position, we basically want to just grab, pull, and press. Grab, pull, and press, okay? Whatever words work for you, use them. So we'll start at 3 seconds, okay? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, bang, and then slowly back into the holster. Then reduce that to 1,000, 2,000, bang, and then we can reduce that again, and 1,000, bang, okay? So again, we want to take our time, slowly go through the motions, and perfect practice makes perfect, okay? So this means we have to be deliberate in our practice, take our time, and if anything fouls up, start over. Stop right in the middle of it, put it back, start over again. And I'm a big fan for SIRT pistols, once again, for dry fire practice, holster draws, because it allows you to make more errors and focus on what it is you're really focused on. If you're still nervous about using your live firearm to do it, then use a blue gun, use a SIRT pistol, use something else so you can kink out all the stuff. But eventually, you should practice with your actual firearm, unloaded, cleared, safe, as we talked about in previous videos for setting up for dry fire. That's it for appendix. I'm Dave Laird, and thanks for following us.